The federal prosecutor in Raleigh is going after people who buy guns legally, then give them to people who can't. That's what's called a straw purchase. 3 men are now charged in connection to a straw purchase that investigators say led to the death of a 14-year-old boy. WRAL's Matt Tallhelm explains how this happened.
The shooting on Pool Road that killed 24-year-old Amari Goss is now part of a federal investigation.
It's the shooter, it's the crews that enable and encourage the shooter, and it's the straw buyers that get the guns in the hands of the people who shouldn't have them.
U.S. Attorney Michael Easley Jr.'s office has charged 3 men with making a straw purchase of the murder weapon found at the scene of the shooting. Investigators tracked the sale to the Dixie Gun and Knife Show at the state fairgrounds just 2 weeks before the killing. According to this federal indictment, Ever Gasca, Anselmo Gonzalez, and Jimmy Maldonado went to the gun show on January 20th. Gonzalez and Maldonado could not legally buy a gun. Instead, investigators say surveillance video shows Maldonado count out cash, hand it to Gonzalez, who then handed it to Gasca to purchase the Glock Model 23 from a dealer. They say Gasca filled out all the paperwork as though he was going to keep the gun himself. 2 weeks later, on February 5th, that gun was used in the Raleigh murder. The indictment claims Gasca got $100 out of the deal.
Anybody who is straw purchasing on behalf of a prohibited person who is not allowed to own a gun will be prosecuted, because they're creating a very dangerous potential situation.
So often we see guns that are obtained this way end up being used in crimes.
Lindsay Nichols is policy director of the Giffords Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence. She says the bipartisan Safer Communities Act signed by President Biden in 2022 now makes straw purchases a federal crime.
How prevalent are straw purchases of firearms?
National survey data has indicated that there are more than 30,000 attempted straw purchases of guns every year. So that's a whole lot of guns that could be ending up in the hands of the wrong people through this tactic.
Those 3 men charged here in federal court in Raleigh could face up to 15 years in prison if convicted of just those charges related to the straw purchase. Matt Tallhelm, WRAL News, Raleigh.